Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, all you happy hashers out there? What's up? What up, Crypto Potato? What up, my dude? Dropping that FA. He's like, I'm gonna go live with crypto coin mindset. Nice. Not a problem. Understandable. You gotta leave a little early. No problem. Got son of a ravage coming in with those 22s. What up, my dude? What up? Just drop in those 22s, man. Nice. And what's going on, Sadie? What's happening, all you awesome people out there? We got a lot of stuff to get into. Let's go ahead and crack-a-lack into it. Don't forget to smash that lizard like button. And out of all the hash rate we can grow, the one thing I can't grow is this channel without your help. Yo! So let's dig in. We got that Bitcoin price. Bitcoin's dead. It's no longer $100,000. It's time to sell everything. Time to sell everything. I mean, that kind of goes into what happens if less than one, like, let's say 0.32 of a big percent of Bitcoin's total supply got sold. Or not so much the total supply. I would say 0.35 of a percent of the total value of Bitcoin being sold in one day. What would your thoughts be on that one? What do you think would happen to the price of Bitcoin? Would that be Armageddon? Would I see my $1,000 Bitcoin? Yo, I'd be really happy. Let me, please, dear Lord, let it go to $1,000. I'll take a loan out on this house to get some more Bitcoin. Not financial advice. But, it's like here we got Bitcoin doing a significant pullback. You could sit there and even see that as of Wednesday, the DCA oscillator has started showing signs that we are definitely in a selling market. If you look at the 200-day moving average, it is rolling over. You kind of want to see the 200-day moving average being on the uptick above like the 20-day moving average, right? Right now, we're having what they call a death cross. A golden cross is when the 200-day moving average moves the other way, and we have more upside, bull market, bullish events, very positive for the market on a golden cross. But right now, we are on a death cross. So I foresee us, continuing to going down at this point until things kind of stabilize, and we'll get into that. We will definitely get into this stuff that will kind of enlighten what the market sentiment is through a different lens. So otherwise, we are a hardware channel, and anytime there's new hardware that gets released out there, we kind of get all giddy about it, and we know that Intel. It's like I don't know about you. I use a lot of Intel stuff for mining equipment, a lot of my mining gear, just because it's cheap and easy deployment, right? That is two things that I factor in for GPU deployment. How easy it is for me to set up, how quickly can I deploy it, and how efficient is all the hardware, does it just work every time, A lot of my old... Hey, what up, Gandhi? It's got that membership going for another month. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. But I'm looking at, whenever I'm trying to deploy hardware, I want to deploy hardware that is, gonna just kind of always work. I can disassemble the rig, put everything off to the side. Hey, gifting them out too. Yo. That is awesome. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Oh, yeah. You guys rock. It's like gifted subs, man. That's what the community is all about. Yeah, I got to start setting up some time and doing some behind the scenes exclusives for all of you awesome members. You know, give. It's like that was a great idea to give you guys that are the members like just kind of exclusive stuff. It will happen. It will happen. Uh, but here we have Intel coming out with a new cooler. Since we know that they got rid of one of our classic coolers. I don't know about you, man, but I love the Intel Classic cooler. That thing just works on every chip. And this is almost like a kind of like a blend of the old versus new kind of retroing on there. Like my bank don't like YouTube, so I can't gift or sign up as a member even after many calls. Commie banks, hell yeah, I agree with that, man. Fuck YouTube sometimes. There are times where they just piss you off, and I don't know if they care to even fix the stuff that's broken on their end. But yeah, that does happen. That does happen. But Gundy, you are awesome. Oh, you rock. But yeah, we got the new Intel cooler. Hopefully this thing works just as good as the OG cooler that everybody loves. You can't buy them separately. Looks like they will be included with this chipset, which is awesome. This is confirmed through Intel that it is its dedicated pages for these new stock coolers. Intel has announced that its iteration of its laminar R/2 series is intended to be bundled with the Core Ultra 200 non-K series, which was announced during CES this year. So awesome. And this is the design that I like. This side one on the left here, it's that low profile. So now I can sit there and put this into my open air rigs, and it's got a nice sleek cooler on here. And then remember, guys, just because it doesn't say it's mining specific motherboard does not mean it rules it out. I don't even care if you got a mini board that's got one spot for a graphics card in there. You can get a U-bit 4-way splitter and still drop in 8 GPUs with one slot and take no performance hit taken. I have tested with this stuff, not the 8-way U-bit, but I did 2 4-way U-bit on now it'd be like a 15-year-old motherboard. That thing, there was no performance hit at all. Wild stuff. But that's it's like I like simplicity in my coolers, and the Intel ones have always kind of given me that more simplicity, simple cooler. They're robust enough to just always work. The worst thing I've had with Intel's coolers is, oh my god, they got dirty. I don't care. I'll clean them. That's the part of being a crypto miner with animals in the house. But yeah, it's like I'm like curious to see if it's all just like a solid chunk of aluminum, or has this thing got heat pipes in there still? I'm kind of curious on their whole on the whole breakdown on there, but they do have their many different varieties that they have right now, but we got our second generation coming out. Hopefully this is going to be just as good as our old school one. That's what I like, the laminar RM2. That one I would like better. And then you got the laminar RH2. This will be for probably your higher wattage requirements, which would be reasonable. You know, if it's got a higher wattage usage on there, you're going to need more heat pipes, more fin stack in order to wick the heat away fast enough to be able to keep up with proper performance. But you know, I'd be looking at, you know, for mining wise, I'm not looking for anything fancy, so I would be getting stuff that would be in the lower tier, which would give me the RM2 cooler. So that's what I would be looking at. And again, it doesn't need to be mining specific on that stuff. It's just cool to see some options that are still in the simplistic range. You know, and that's all I ever want. You know, it's like give me my non-RGB rig. You know, it's like if I want an RGB rig, that's going to be for my personal computer. For mining wise, I would rather have all the RGB off because of the fact that RGB uses so much power. It's like, I've unplugged RGB and saved like 200 watts. I mean, you'd be surprised on how much RGB is actually pulling, you know, and that's some of the power that comes in through the riser side. Think of that, because like some of that, like that's got to go in through the board side, because if you've got any kind of RGB controller, it usually controls the RGB on the GPU also. So all of that's going fed into the motherboard. So if you can unplug the RGB on your graphics card before you slot them in for mining, unless you want it to be a conversation piece, that is a money pit for a conversation piece to be on 24/7. That's some of the reasons why Hive OS has the feature on there to try to toggle the switch, to toggle the RGB off. I would say it works probably about 60-70% of the time. Otherwise, I usually have to go in there and physically unplug all the RGB on it. It's like RGB, more fun per watt. Light pollution, I know. And it's like, and it's kind of, like I said, it's a conversational piece for sure. Like people sitting in the living room and they look into the mining room and they see all the RGB and they're like, whoa, what's that? Because it's dark out and it just lit up the whole room. Like you don't even have to turn the lights on. There's so many GPUs in that room if it's all on, you know. And then you got the ones that are in my server cases. The server cases, you don't see the RGB at all. So you might as well just unplug all that stuff anyway. Save yourself the wattage. Bam. I'm all about like cutting corners and saving power any which way I can. All right. Then we've got, of course, AMD did not announce during the CES the RDNA 4 architecture with the 4070s coming out. Like I was saying, they were going to be leaving that more up to the AIB partners. And of course, I always kind of chuckle when I see this. You're always going to have at least one company that's going to do something fun, I guess, and playful. But we have Yeston with the Radeon RX 9070 XT Sakura Atlantis, featuring 16 gigabytes of memory in a white PCB. You see, if you're going to do an all-white card, you might as well go spend the extra couple of bucks, give the people a white PCB. This way, everything in there is white. I never understood why these other manufacturers make a white shroud, a white backplate, and it's got a green PCB or a black PCB. It's like, can you not just make that white? Seems like Yeston can do it. Charge the people an extra couple of bucks and put a white PCB in there. It seems like, again, Yeston is able to bring a white PCB to market without any issues. I wish other manufacturers would take note on this one. But at least they're coming along with their airflow, because whenever Yeston was first hitting the U.S. market, they were fun, playful design setups on there, but with horrible airflow on them. They were very restricted on airflow because they were going for cosmetics versus functionality. I guess for somebody who's doing light to moderate gaming, maybe a lot of YouTube binge watching, you don't need to have a card that's, needs the airflow because it's kicking the wattage at full power, and it looks like Yeston's kind of learning from it. It's still kind of covering up the fan blades a little bit in the section. It's like, but the back, it's like, and if you're kind of more worried about what it's going to look like, while it's slotted into a motherboard, you get a nice back plate. If you're into Japanese anime, this would be a nice little selection for you. Make a whole Yeston mining rig if you're wanting to do a full anime mining rig. Maybe we should talk Tech Shinji to making a anime a full anime rig, since he's into making these high end mining rigs. Make one that's themed out like all get out. It's like white GPUs matter. You know it, dude. Watch it. All ads. Smash the likes. Yeah. I don't know where Tech Shinji's been. I mean, I chit chat with them on X every once in a while. I know he's been working a lot. He's been traveling. And he moved. So I just don't know how busy he's been since he's moved. But yeah. Like one of these days I gotta he's tried to come over here a couple of times. He's been in my area for work related reasons. And we've tried to catch up with each other, and like his schedule's just been too crazy for him to be able to catch up with me. So one of these days, we'll have to get him back on the YouTubes. But he's still around. He's doing good. But yeah, this would be kind of cool. And the one thing I do like about this, and it was something that I noticed right away, and I thought was really interesting. And I'm wondering if they're giving an extension cable of some sort to do controller. Because if you look at the end of this picture here, there's an RGB header on here. Like, it's a cable to be able to plug into, so you can plug it into your board to allow the board to actually take control of the RGB. Right? Or is that a fan header? It looks like an RGB header to me. It looks like it's just missing the fourth pin. But yeah, I mean, that would be interesting that they've got an external way of controlling the RGB and not doing it through PCB. Are they taking in some of the PCB power? Are they actually pushing more wattage through the riser on this thing because of its power load demand? Interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different concept. I'm not used to seeing that. So I mean, that was something that caught my eye, I think, right away on this. On top of that, you can definitely see they're still using the 8-pin, and they've got 3 of them here, so 3 8-pins. So you're going to have a mess of cables in there, and I think that's some of the argument of why NVIDIA is wanting to stick with that high power cable is because having 3 or 4 or 5 cables in order to power, to deliver that kind of power also makes your card bigger. You've got to make your power rails that are coming from your connectors be able to go out. So it really constrains of what you can do with the cooler and PCB sizing, PCB layouts, and all that stuff. So we're seeing a different approach on things, but I don't see AMD pushing the high wattage though. So that's some of the things that are kind of like, I guess, some of the caveats on this. And I don't have any leaks as of yet for the actual specs that are going to be released on this card. We're just kind of getting design feature setups on this. And it looks, and another thing that I also, I'm just kind of looking at it, I just noticed this. Again, looking at the same picture here. The VGA core is really low to the PCB on to the PCIe rail. Look how close that VGA core is. Isn't that usually, like, we're so used to seeing it more centered on the board? This time they've got it sitting really low. Are they trying to get the latency to drop on this card? That's an interesting setup on this. To sit there and run your rails as close to the PCIe rails. You have the least amount of latency through the PCB, then through all of your data lines. That is an interesting setup on there. I kind of dig it. I do. I dig that. I totally dig it. I totally was just like looking at it. I'm like, it kind of looks low, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute here. It is, because like I'm so used to seeing that the VGA core kind of centered. Zero gauge terminal soon. Yeah, right. Oh my god. Yeah, because it's got to sit there. You're going to have a computer is going to comprise of either you got to plug it in the 240 volt and put an enterprise grade power supply to it, or you're running two power supplies and you can't connect them into the same outlet. They got to be powered up by two different circuits because they're like 1,000 watts a piece. You can't put 2,000 watts down on a 110 20 amp circuit. That don't work too well. The power loads are just kind of getting out of control, I think. That's just my opinion. It's like I got some double aught gauge for your subs. Yeah, maybe. I've got a bunch of that too. I got a bunch of double aught. I still got the subs too. Yeah, they're 212-inch Pioneer Premier MOSFET competition subwoofers. They're quad voice coil running at a half ohm stable at 1,000 RMS. And my subwoofer, my amp is a oh god, I haven't had it hooked up in so long. The amp that I have is oh god, I can't remember the name of the amp, but I know it's a competition class D amplifier that is good for half ohm, stable, running at 1,200 RMS. So yeah. I broke I broke my trunk lid from where the latch actually mounts onto the trunk lid. Broke. I was in the point of needing to actually bolt my trunk down, and then I broke my windshield. Custom box in there. Oh yeah, man, I did. I went all out. I'm a subwoofer nerd. I've got, I don't know, like give or take like 20 years worth of doing stereo competition stuff. So yeah, I'm an old subwoofer guy. Fucking, I've learned over the years and how to make a vehicle thump and not hear it from a not being able to hear it down the street. That one was one of my specialties, was making cars shut the hell up. If I roll the windows up, I don't want to hear anything outside the car. Heck yeah, Jason, smash that like button. It's like, it's a lot, but it was not enough for my friends. Yeah. It's like I had 8-inch Sundown subs. Well, the 8-inch. See, my problem with the 8s is like 8s, you get too much attack with an 8-inch subwoofer. So they get annoying and they don't move enough air volume. And I don't care what you put them in. They're just the driver cannot move enough air off of the cone. That's why where you step it up into a 10. 10s win competitions, and 12s will make your vision blur. You're not going to really win. You're not going to win every competition with a 12, but your dynamic range just is so much smoother. Because to me, again, a 10 still kind of, you get too much attack on the driver head. Where a 12, because you're moving so much air, it slows down the driver head, and it just makes it more dynamic. It's like, it depends on what you're setting up for. If you want to be able to blow your windshield out and win competitions, 10s. You want something that if you drink a pop real quick and get into the car, that the bass has got so much a reverberation off of it that it'll foam up the pop in your stomach and you'll be burping foam out the window. my cars have claimed victims of people drinking before getting into my car, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you got the subwoofers, turn them up." Yeah, that's never a good idea for them. Absolutely not a good time for them. But since we're kind of rummaging off to the weeds a little bit, let's steer right back over. And we were talking about the last thing that I was really kind of harping on, and I was kind of leading up to, was AMD is still utilizing the 8-pin connectors to supply all their power. It's like, back to BTC, please. Yep. So, because of the fact that they're using a standard plug that seems like nobody ever really has issues with, we don't have to worry about it. Zotac, I actually like this little feature they're putting down on their own connectors. Zotac is introducing the GeForce RTX 50 series with a new design and safety features. Yeah, buddy, we got safety features here. So Zotac is introducing several new graphics cards based on the Blackwell architecture. So it's the 50 series architecture. These SKUs are clarified to list the 5090D, which is going to be a Chinese market, which should be a cut down card. Overall, these three designs are the AMP Extreme Infinity Solid Series and the AX Gaming model. And they're going to be coming with their that safety light on there. I guess it's going to let you know that you have not, indeed, sir, plugged the cable in all the way. I actually like that idea. If the SenseWire completely works the way it's supposed to, cool. If not, I don't think that this is going to save anything, but I think it's a step in the right direction to make sure that people, while they, and it's, and I'm not going to say that people don't know how to click a cable in, right? But here it is. You kind of click it, you click it in because you're having a problem with it trying to click in on the board, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to click it in my hand, and then I'm going to plug it into the board. And then, or you plugged it in, and you heard the click, and you started tucking wires, right? Now you cleaned everything up, everything's looking Gucci. You turn it on, it has a red light. You turn it off, you take a little slack off that cable, reseat that plug in there, turn it back on, the safety lights off. The design works flawlessly. That's, I think, their hope of how it's going to really work out too, is that, oh yeah, you jostled it while you were installing and cleaning everything up. Now you can have that. Now, for us mining guys, right? Kind of interesting with that because their cable is going straight up. It's halfway down the card. I'm kind of interested in, like, if the cable like flops over, you know, kind of gets that warmed up, malleable, and just kind of folds over and drapes with gravity. Are we going to get that same little tug on that cable that us guys got to worry about how we're managing the cables with our open air rigs? I would say that in a mining case, you can route the cables a little bit differently and zip tie them down in place and run the cables like that. But in an open airframe, you're kind of bringing the cables back onto the bar behind the GPUs and kind of zip tying it across that cable edge. You know, it's like, are we going to have issues once we secure it that if the cable kind of flops over just a little bit, is it going to tug the wire out? And I hope that a lot of the other manufacturers kind of set up something along the lines of this too. It'd be kind of a nice little feature so that we know that we're not trying to start a fire. You're so nasty. Zotac better start focusing in on fans. You know, I have issues with all the fan manufacturer, you know, all the GPUs with their fans at this point. I really don't see any of them that have lasted any longer than others. I would say if you get a lower end tier card, you're going to be getting lower end tier parts on there. They've got to cut corners somewhere. So you're going to get a lower tier fans. So you want to get a premium card, you're going to get the premium parts on there. And it's like, I think that's what goes on but at the same time, I've had some of my premium cards within a year of them being on full tilt, you know, they break. Like my 1660 Ti, my ROG Strix, that I had to replace fans on it after 8 months under full mining. And I've got 1070 Ti's and 1070s that went 4 years without any problems. So I don't like. It's hard to say that, you know, is it the manufacturer, the GPU manufacturer, because they don't make the fans. They buy them and they make sure that they hit the performance that they're looking for. I don't know if they really themselves are capable of doing the long-term test. Oh, are these fans going to last, you know, 20,000 hours worth of usage? You know, because we're accelerating that. We're putting like 5,000 hours worth of usage in a year. You know, so we're putting way more usage on these components than what they're really designed for too, because they're not industrial fans. I find though, if I put a lot of these cards into server cases, I can strip the fans off of them and run some really good server fans, and I'm good to go. You don't really need the fans if you are already moving the air. So there is that. There is that. Like the cable is better is in the airflow. I get a little. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, but we're seeing some pretty deep, all right. Like if you like this would be like your girly version, I guess. I mean, they are being produced out in the Asian areas, so you're going to see some of that playful Asian flair into some of their product lines. But then they also have their no nonsense gaming, which that's going to be the Zotac Amp Extreme and then the Solid. This will be the Extreme Infinity, and then I think this is the Solid. And I've had an awesome experience with their Amp Extreme lines. Their coolers are better set up. But I haven't played with them in the last few generations, so I have no idea if they've ruined the Amp Extreme lineup with its cooling capabilities under heavy loads. I ran a 1080 Ti Amp Extreme Core Edition, and that thing, I'd be sitting there mining, and if the room went down to like 70 degrees while I was mining, and my computer case had enough airflow that the fans would actually turn off. I was like, oh my god, did I break it? And I'm like realizing everything's still mining, and I'm like, oh, the temperature dropped. Okay, it just doesn't need to be on. Cool. Full tilt mining with no fans. So, I mean, the Amp Extreme Core Edition back then, the cooler was like Project Overkill. So I was happy about that. So hopefully the newer Amp Extreme Infinity lineup is of the same nature. But time will tell. See if people are still complaining about the Zotac over the years. But I know that the Amp Extreme line is usually really hard to get your hands on here. So if you get the lower tier stuff, you're going to get the lower tier quality. Zotac's not good, known for their all their lineups having good cooler qualities on there. So buyer beware with Zotac. That's what I always say. I don't mind the company. It's just that I wish they would be a little bit more consistent with making a good cooler. And of course, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of everything here. And if we're gonna be doing a giveaway also, guys, no matter what. I mean, it's Free Hash Friday. I got my 3080 rig, but you guys, you got 5 minutes. I've got my 3090 rig, my Octominer. It's 8 GPUs, 8 3090s, and if I get 10 people that want to sit there and put that up for get some free hash random giveaway on that, you're gonna have to, put some super chats down. Otherwise, we're just gonna do the one single one. Like I said, I said it this morning. This is what I was gonna be doing for anybody who wasn't there for my live stream this morning and me just working out. It's just a hangout session, so you don't have to be there. Don't worry. I'm not like, oh my god, you guys don't love me. No, I ain't like that. What I was talking about over there is like anytime that I'm going to be doing a live stream session on crypto related only, I'm going to put in something in for like goal for the chat for the day. It's like my 3080s collecting dust. Oh, hey man, if it wasn't for all of you guys, my rigs would be staying off too. But I turn them on for you guys. My rigs are actually off right now. Fucking no lies. Absolutely no lies. I am mining, but my GPU rigs are off right now. They suck back too much power for very little hash rate. Well, I mean, they get hash rate, but like with me not having a consistent job right now, I've got to be careful with that. So, consistent work coming in for me working on cars. So, without consistent work coming in through the wintertime, I can't mine. Whenever I get more consistent work coming in, I'll be firing up rigs. Don't worry. I've just got to be able to afford it. And that's the name of the game, guys. And never mine outside of your means, because you're gonna have to start selling crypto in order to pay for it. And know that every time that you're playing with mined crypto, you've mined it recently, you're gonna get hit at a higher tax rate. So be careful with that, guys. Some areas are a little nicer about it than others. Illinois is not one of those nice places for crypto, especially crypto mining. Other places like Oklahoma or Wyoming, those are crypto tax friendly places. So not every place is nice about this. So my stuff's been staying up because it doesn't make sense to be mining and selling the crypto and incurring a really high tax rate, because after the tax rate, I'm not making no money. And then after all right now I can do it with like a whole lot less cooling, so it's not so bad. But come summertime, when I gotta worry about all the cooling with it too, and I've gotta like pull back power on everything so that I keep temperatures down, that's when you're like, I'm efficient, but my earnings to watt ratio for cooling, it's just like you start, I'm making 10 cents here, 13 cents there. Sure, I'm making crypto, but at the end of the day, I got to sell it for the electricity right now, so I might as well just keep it off and not play with it right now. But that's cool. That's cool. It's still cool. But here we go on the last little bits of it. So, of course, we got our crypto market kind of flatlining a little bit from the big little market dip that we are experiencing here, guys. It's like I tell people, this is just an opportunity to buy. It's the crypto market giving you a coupon. But what happens if just a little, about 0.35% of the Bitcoin total market cap got sold in a single day? What would happen? We might be finding this out. Why, you might ask, guys? You might be asking yourself, why? What did I do with, I moved something up. Here we go. There we go. And there we go. I just had to pull it back up. For some reason, I must have backed out of it and shut down that screen. And all right, Kitty. Thank you. But the U.S. government has cleared, or Biden has cleared to sell over 69,000 Bitcoin worth about $6.5 billion from the Silk Road seizure. Whoa. Yeah. Think about that, guys. Think about that. So the United States Department of Justice has received approval to sell the 69,370 Bitcoin valued at approximately $6.5 billion seized from the Silk Road darknet market. The decision marks the accumulation of contentious legal battle and raises the questions about the implications for cryptocurrency market. The market participants are jumpy. If the sales go ahead, it could crash the Bitcoin price. Now, they've already seen the wallet move. The coins have moved, people. So, there's that. We're about to find out if they're going to be able to, if anyone is willing to buy this. Because at the end of the day, they can post a sale for something, but there's got to be somebody on the other end that has $6.5 billion. So it's not like they're going to be able to just like overnight and just sell it. They might be able to do it maybe on a on a peer-to-peer basis where they're selling directly to a buyer. And if that's the case, there will be no change in price. It will be immediately bought at spot market value, right? So it shouldn't. But if they go to open market and start dropping a bunch here and there, again, they're not going to be able to just drop 69,000 Bitcoin and think they're selling it. They might be able to do 5,000 Bitcoin, 10,000 Bitcoin here and there. They are not, there's nowhere they're going to be able to sit there. No exchange is going to be like, yeah, we got $6.5 billion. We're good for this. No way. So they're either going to have to offload this directly to somebody, which won't affect anybody, or they're going to be selling it off in little increments. And if they're choosing to sell it off in little increments, again, they're not going to be able to do this like every single day. No. They might be able to get rid of 5,000 Bitcoin here, 5,000 Bitcoin there, and then Trump's in power, and then he stops that. So, because like Trump wants to bring this to be part of the Federal Reserve asset and bring Bitcoin in to help stabilize the U.S. dollar, have a dollar-backed Bitcoin, or the U.S. dollar backed up by Bitcoin. That'd be amazing. That's just as good as gold. But yeah, I mean, I don't see them being able to just offload this before Trump gets in office. So, as much as like there's a part of me that's like kind of cautious and going, oh shit, there's another part of me that's just going, there's no one that's gonna buy this. Nobody has $6.5 billion just, walking around change. That would mean that these exchanges have a huge astronomical asset, because they're going to have to buy this off from the government and actually exchange the cash directly through them. Otherwise, they've got to have a buyer on the other end immediately. And I don't think that these companies have that kind of cash just laying around. It's like, yeah, sure, Coinbase has got money, but they ain't got that kind of money. I'll guarantee you that. It's like Thanos, Alex Jones do. Yeah. Not at this point. I mean, the government made an example out of him for Sandy Hook. That the government put that poor man through the ringer because because of the Alex was right jar. But I don't think we're going to be. I don't think that this is going to be a huge amount of something to be concerned of, because the 20th is when everything pops off for Trump. So we're looking at 10 days. 10 days. How much Bitcoin can they actually sell in 10 days before Trump gets in office? It's like, you swear to God, the government is sitting here and going, we will burn it down to get what we want, and rule over the ashes to get our way. It's like, why play scorched earth? They're doing everything in their power to, and it's like, There was talks of, there's another $6.5 billion they can give to Ukraine. They're wanting to sell Silk Road assets and give it to Ukraine. Can we money launder much? I'm just going to call it out right now. I hope that I'm not looking for Trump to get into office and play scorched earth on the government and just burn the government down. No. I think that we need to sit there and hold people accountable. Why do we need to hold people? It's like we don't need to burn it down. We need to hold people accountable. This way, future people realize that, oh, if I do something wrong, I'm going to be held accountable for it at the end of the day. And then we got to have a way to be able to trim off government spending. The government is spending far more than what it can humanly tax the people. That is some of the reasons why the U.S. government is wanting to import so many migrants, is that they need the tax bases. They know they fucked up the budget. We need to trim the fat out. I would sit there and be like, probably 80% of the government does not need to function. Does not need to be there. And that would help out with our economy here, which that will help out with global economy, because most of the global economy runs off of U.S. dollars right now. It's dollar domination. If the world's economy is better, so what? Bitcoin price will start dropping because the currency is better, stronger. You want to see gold, silver, and Bitcoin price drop in comparison to the amount of dollars. It shows a strength in dollars, which means that you're holding more value. You're holding value very well. So there is that, because the government's not money printing, and that directly affects us. Now, depending on how much they try to offload here in the next 10 days, it's going to, I guess, like it's going to depend on where the market truly is going to sit at. Because right now, I think the market kind of went, oh, wait a minute, there's only 10 days. How much damage can they really do in 10 days? Because again, like I said, they got to find buyers for everything. Everything has to have a buyer. So I don't think he can do huge damage on this. Pal, you might find Michael Saylor might fucking sit there and go, let me buy it all. I know Kathy Woods has sold, so with ARK Investment, but Michael Saylor has gone all in. So he's betting the house on it. So I can see Michael Saylor at this point might be able to absorb single-handedly any Bitcoin that the government tries to offload. But they're not going to. I don't think there's an exchange out there that'll touch that crypto. I just don't see it happening. And then on the other flip side of it all, do you really want that crypto? That crypto is tracked and traced by the United States government. I think that those coins are gonna go right in the corporate hands, and that's where it should stay. Let BlackRock, let J.P. Morgan Chase, let Michael Saylor, let all those fools buy that government tracked coin, because you're going to guarantee you that they've got every bit of that coin absolutely tracked and traced. That is 100% government KYC coin. Yeah, Ukraine has 46,000 Bitcoin. They don't need our money anymore. I know they take our money, and they use the U.S.'s money to fund the war, while they operate their country as normal, and pocketing all the proceeds. It's what a corrupt country does with another corrupt country. Just saying. It's like, why doesn't Ukraine sell their crypto if they need money? They don't need money. Why would they need money if they are using the U.S.'s money to bankroll the whole war? We are fitting the bill here. They have zero reason to remotely try to sit there and, oh my God, yeah, it's actually wild because the United States is giving them weapons, missiles, everything that they need to strike at Russia, and our democratic leadership and the rhinos are all hell bent on Putin derangement syndrome. You know, they want to look at him as being some evil, horrible human being, and he really isn't. This is a war that the United States started by having NATO talk to Ukraine, and this has been a money pit ever since. Wars are bad for economies. When economies are being wrecked, the local currency goes into inflation mode. When inflation mode hits, your savings are destroyed, and you're hoping that your investments like gold, silver, and Bitcoin are going to ride you over it. So, yes, I might talk political here and there, but it ties in because it affects your money. A breakout in war means money printing every time. Every country that engages in war engages in money printing. Right now, Ukraine is unique right now. They're engaged in war, but they have no money printing because we're doing it for them. Ain't that a bitch? What up, Howard Fern? What up, Fern? What up, my dude? Good to see you around. Good to see you around. How was work? How was work? and it's always kind of, you know, wild that, you know, it's like you have a group of political factions that go, you know, the minority, the poor people, but those same people are pushing for war, which the money printing hurts the very people they were just talking about in the other breath. Fucking blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. That's why we got to be involved with, you know, gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And for us here, we also do the crypto mining because that is another way of being able to utilize your energy for your savings. You know, it's like, great. It's like work was a 4-lettered word. Oh God, I'm sorry. I just swore at you. I'm sorry, dude. It won't happen again. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Ah, you're digging the claws in. You can knock it off. We have a kitty that wants a lot of attention. She's biting me. She's licking me. It's like pet the kitty and I'll be forgiven. So I love mining. I know, same here, dude. I love mining. That's why I got 2 miners in the back bathroom. Back bathroom this time of the year, usually a little cold. Heat doesn't get back there very well. I think the heat duct is broken back there. And I have not wandered back that far underneath the house to see what's up with that. I do remember cats being able to get into the crawl space at one point in time. So, yeah. So I got 2 Bitcoin. I got 2 Litecoin miners sitting back there. They're 2 mini Doges. So they're knocking back some Litecoin, Dogecoin, and some Bell. And I think one other one. I think it's like doing 4 coins all at once, kind of wild and profitable. I'm happy with it. Very happy. But yeah. So I mean, getting back onto it, I mean, we're definitely seeing that that the government's going to be selling off some Bitcoin, but again, I don't think they're going to be able to sell off a whole lot. So I don't see it really affecting the crypto market in whole. That the Biden market, the Biden administration only has 10 more days to do damage. So far, they're sitting there and just going on a rampage of doing damage in every way, shape, or form, letting out pedophiles and criminals and just sending money any which way they can make the money flow, as long as it's not coming here. And then just a fucking this one kind of pissed me off. Okay, I'm gonna go on a rant. Sorry guys. I have to fucking do it now. This one pisses me off. Really grinds my fans. Yeah, this is one of those segments. This is what grinds my fans. So we have fucking from Florida all the way to North Carolina that gets decimated by fucking hurricane. They get $750 fucking dollars and told to fuck off, while they're sitting there and they're having land seizures and stuff like that, like a whole bunch of bullshit. Here we get California with negligent mismanagement of California because of their didn't earn it policies and wasteful spending and money laundering and corrupt policies have led to a fire that they're finding out are being started by fucking illegal immigrants. Biden's fucking for the next 180 days, the U.S. government is paying for everything in that area, because these are some of their biggest fucking donors to the Democratic Party. The people from Florida to North Carolina didn't donate hard enough, so they get fucked over and left to rot, just like the people in Maui. You can tell where their funds are coming from, because it's where they're going to spend the most to make sure that they get taken care of the best. Poor mountain folk people, poor native Hawaiians, they can go fuck themselves. They don't pay the bills for the Democrats. Here you got people like Mark Hamill, whose house burnt up. Other donors from Hollywood, their house is burnt up. They're going to get everything taken care of. Where, yeah, FEMA's like, oh, we ain't got anything. Well, fucking Biden's like, oh, we're going to give them everything. Government's going to fit the bill on this. We have the budget. Well, you said North Carolina, there was no budget for this. How come you suddenly got a budget now for them? That pisses me off. That really grinds my fans. I had to get it off my chest. Had to happen. That pissed me off. That really pissed me off. You want to know what doesn't piss me off? Giving away some hash rate. You guys want some hash rate? Let's make a positive motherfucking spin on this. You guys want some free hash rate? Because it's Free Hash Rate Friday. Put some FAs in the Chizzity chat if you guys want some free hash rate. I mean, otherwise, we don't have to do Free Hash Rate Friday. I mean, if you guys don't really want it. I mean, I need some FAs in the chat. Everybody, there's 8 awesome people in here. There's only 4 like buttons smashed. Psh. We need 8 unique people to sit there and press FA in the chat. We get 2 awesome people that are just dropping the FAs in the Chizzity chat. We need more. We need more of this. Absolutely needs to be an epic amount. We got 3 people now dropping those. Oh, we got 10 people. I said giveaway, and here we are. We're getting more people piling on. You got to subscribe to this channel if you're going to be in on this giveaway, guys. You got to press that Lizzie like button. Just fucking saying, guys. You want that hash rate, guys? Drop them FAs in the chat, guys. I want some interaction with you. Interactions. You guys want some free fucking hash rate? We got 4 3080s on tap, guys. What up, Big Rome? What up? It's like you need a raid from the furry guy. I know. I need a red raid. Red Panda. Need that Panda raid. It needs to happen. Need an epic Panda raid. Because like I'm gonna give away some hash rate here, guys. And there's 8 awesome people here that are gonna get some free hash rate here. Let me pull up my YouTube comment picker here. YouTube comment picker. This is the one. Aha! This is the one that I'd be using, and I have the least amount of issues with. Copy. After mine. Listening while driving home from work. So, Big Rum, you might want to pull over from this for this. Safely pull over, because like you might want to get in on it. So, guys, sit there, go check this out. This is my alternative channel, RN Homesteading. I dropped a new video on over there. Go give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification over there. And, do you think, and put in there, like, I'm trying to think of what I need you guys to do when you go over there. Because, like, you got to put a comment in there, right? I got to think of a comment. Just put in there, do you think the Bitcoin price is going to put down crash or to the moon? That's all you have to do is put down crash or to the moon. Yeah, that sounds good. So either you think before Trump gets in the office, it's either gonna crypto market's gonna crash or it's going to the moon. I personally think that it's gonna do nothing. I think the closer we get to the Trump being the president, I think we're gonna start rocketing off from there. So we are either gonna stay the same, or I think we have a better shot of being moonshot. But again, if Biden's able to, if the Department of Justice is able to offload that fucking Bitcoin, bro, that could be devastating. So we could crash. I mean, there's a possibility. Nothing is off the table, guys. Nothing, I say. So definitely go check those out. Put in your comments over there, crash or moon. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, because we're going to do some giveaway on the hash rate. Let's go ahead and do this. So far, I've only got 2 comments over there. Only 2 comments.
Welcome to RN Homesteading.
Hey. Yeah, I've only got. Let's see here. I've only got 2 comments. Let me make sure that there's nothing, like, YouTube's not like banning everybody from commenting over there. Let's find out really fast. Which account? I haven't seen it yet over on this channel that like anybody getting like shadow banned in the comments yet. But let's find out here. In community. Okay, nobody being abandoned. Awesome. All right, we got 5 comments now. Nice. So I want everybody to be able to win this stuff, you know. So I'm just saying, just saying. Just got to make sure. So we got 6 people here, and all right. I'm gonna refresh one more time here. Make sure everybody's in. So we got 5 comments here. We're gonna do this giveaway for all the people that have stayed until the end. That's how I roll. I'm gonna do these giveaways at the end. What up, Jed? He's like, eh? Hey, if you go over there to that link that I'm going to post right now, Jed, I'm going to post this. And do you think before President Trump gets in the office, do you think we're going to start moonshot or crash in crypto? Because the Department of Justice is authorized to sell the over 69,000 Bitcoin onto the open market. They're greenlit for that. So go over there, right here, right there, Jed, and put crash or moon by the 20th. Right? Crash or moon. And what you're going to do, well, what you're going to win over there is that you're going to get free hash rate. I have a 4-card 3080 rig that I'm going to turn on for a lucky winner. So yeah. And remember, you have to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification over there, because that's me and my wife's personal channel for home gardening and all that good stuff. So it's all about health, because it does not matter how much crypto you own if you can't even get out of bed to enjoy one cent. I'm just saying. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to refresh it, make sure that Jed didn't put a comment down. Pasta. Anything goes. Done. Oh, we got 6. Look at that. I'm glad I was waiting. I waited for you, man. I waited for you. I did. That happened. Everybody. So let's go ahead. And we are going to pick out a winner here. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. He's like, I haven't been on a while. Came back to check out the live. And now you're going to potentially win some hash rate. Yo, good luck on that, everybody. Good luck, and glad to have you back, Jed. Glad to see a old school OG face still around. Even during down times. We're not really down. We're still way up. It's all perspective, right? It's all about perspective. But let's do this. Pick a winner. Hey, what's up, Sheen? What up? It's like 160,000 are sold. We will crash. Yeah. So, Sheen, get a hold of me on the Discords. Let me know what you want me to mine for you, or if you don't know what to mine, I've got some options for you. We'll figure out what the best option is for you and go from there. So congrats. Congrats. What up? Congrats. So definitely hit me up in the Discords. Like, he should be still here. He did make a point. He did make a comment. There he is. It's like Ion Aleo at the moment. Not a problem. Just give me your information. Where you want me to point the rigs at and all that good stuff. The rig at. It's 8 cards of 3080 Madness, or 4 cards of 3080 Madness. Words. 4 cards, 3080s. So, I'm gonna help add some more Aleo and more sets into your your wallet. Yo, that's what it's all about. So hit me up in the Discord, my dude. Congratulations. He's like, I am finishing work. I will send you a DM after. No problem. Take your time. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We are at that 1 hour. We are over that 1 hour marker, guys. So, yo, let's go ahead and we're going to end it up right here, everybody. So, thank you, everyone, for being here. All that good stuff. Don't forget to smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And with that being said, drop some FAs in the chat because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo! And peace out. He's like, DCA? Yeah, I'll be on DCA. I'll be doing that one. DCA, we start at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on DCA Adventure. So, yeah, I still am up over there, so we'll be going live over there at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Why? Because I still play with blocks. Great shirt. Thank you, wifey. She got me the coolest shirt. It's like I still play with blocks. I know, you guys are jelly over this one. It's not even mining related, and it's awesome. Super awesome. Just like all of you guys. Yo! And with that being said, peace out, stay savage, and I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. Maybe doing some gaming over the weekend, maybe not, don't know. We'll see. Weekends are more up in the air. And then in 2 weeks, I'll be in Costa Rica, guys. That's also big news. I will be in Costa Rica in 2 weeks. So I will do a live stream in Costa Rica. Yo. So if you guys want to sit there and see some warm weather and crypto content on a beach, maybe, we'll see if I can get anything that resembles what they call Signal, and see if I can stream from the beach or something like that. Yeah, we'll see what I can do. Yo! So with that being said, peace. 22.